Welcome to the 440 Sideline Report, where we cover all things sports. I'm Jasmine Charles.
And I'm Kayla Boone. We have so much in store for you all today. Now let's get to the good stuff.
Hampton University is home to talented individuals. Not only that, but the university hosts the jewels of the most talented athletes on this campus. Let's take a closer look at today's sports highlights.
On your mark, get set, run. Hampton University student Rayon Black has earned the honor of calling himself a true athletic pirate. His love for track and field has helped score him the title of being number one.
Started out running the 800 back in high school senior year. That was my first year doing track. Then I got a scholarship to come here at Hampton University in 2013. Then I came here, I did the 800, 1500 meters. Then after that, I ran on the 4x4. So coach decided that after my coach I had left to move on to better things, he's gonna move me to the 400 here. And ever since I started doing the 400, I've just been good at it. So now that led me to being the number one 400 meter here and the second best in the MIA conference.
Determined, focused, motivated, number one. What made him the track star that he is today?
I was the kid that his teacher said don't, I do. So I was always getting on teacher nerves and stuff like that. So they were just like, oh, you bad for the school name and you're just gonna bring us down, so they're gonna get rid of me. And then I had to do a sport in order for me to regain their trust, in order for me to stay in school. That troublemaking actually led to me being here today. Thank God for it. I wouldn't change it for anything. It was a fun time, but I'm glad I'm over that stage now.
This Hampton athlete's road to being number one has also ranked him high in other areas. Hampton University men's track and field coordinator Aldrin Gray speaks on Rayon's track career and stats.
He's very versatile. He can go from, like I said, from the 5-mile race to the 400 meters, and he could possibly sprint, and that's one of his biggest strengths. Also, too, on the national level, he was ranked in the top 25 in the country in terms of times. So that time was a really good time. And it was an exceptional time in terms of, ranking him or placing him at the NCAA championships or, possibly being an All-American.
Rayon described himself as determined and confident. But after hearing what fellow teammate Stanley had to say, Rayon possesses the character of true athletic progress.
Whether it's just words or doubts by other people or, actual like a rainy day or anything like that, it's all about Rayon. Like the only person that can defeat Rayon is going to be Rayon. I mean, even an injury is not going to set him back, but so far.
He's one of those people that, when the coaches aren't there, he will kind of grab everybody by their straps and just let them know this is time to, be serious, time to warm up, time to stretch. So he always had the leadership qualities from a freshman year. He's very serious about, his training and performing, and you want to, see someone who can take charge and do what they're supposed to do when the coaches aren't around and when the coach isn't looking.
Coming here, it was a difficult task, culture barrier and stuff like that. But how the strength that I had helped me in track and field, I direct all that strength towards running. Like I do it for my mom, I do it for my dad, for me. So I put all that strength and effort on the track. Whenever I wear Hampton, I represent Hampton.
For 440 Sideline Report, this is Khalida Valu.
Without a doubt, Hampton University student Rayon Black's track career is sure to take off full speed.
I definitely agree, Kayla.
Women make up about 60% of all college students, but only 43% of them are college athletes. So today we're recognizing the top 3 women in sports. Let's take a look.
Hampton University has produced many stellar female athletes over the years. First up is sophomore defensive specialist for the volleyball team, Mallory Beard, who is number 8. Next up is the unstoppable guard, Malia Tate DeFreitas, who is in her 3rd year and number 0 on the basketball team. Finally, we have track star and graduating senior Tanisha Green, who is the captain of the team and sprint squad. She has plans on training for the Olympics upon graduation.
Each of these women have made a tremendous impact on their team. We caught up with them to get their thoughts on the significance of women in sports and what they would say to those naysayers who think they aren't that important.
Why do we need women in sports?
I think we need women in sports to show that we're equal as men and that we can do things that they do.
I think we need women in sports to expand the diversity in sports and make sure that everybody is included and that people's drive and their fulfillment of competition is expressed throughout everybody, not just men.
I think we need women in sports because we need to show men that women are actually stronger and can do the same thing as what men can do. as well as other people, well, famous people such as like Allison Felix, Francina McCoy, who came from Hampton University. Those are great people to not only look up to, but people who are women who are actually great and good at what they do. And these women in sports make more money than men.
What female athlete do you look up to?
Odyssey Sims. She played for Baylor a while ago, and she was a great scorer.
Nicole Davis, she was the former libero for the U.S. women's national team, volleyball team, and she was very consistent. She was extremely driven.
Allison Felix, I love her so much. Everything about her, from her job to running for Nike to her injury and coming back and running even better than she did before, I really look up to her, and I hope to be like her one day.
What do you say to those guys who think women aren't that significant in professional sports?
I say that they should open their eyes, and just as they're recognized, they should give the same respect to the women as well.
Well, I say play me. It's like no.
What I say to those guys who think we don't need women in professional sports I really don't support that, and I don't let men say that women can't be in professional sports, because women can do just as much as men can, if not more.
For Jack 440 News, I'm Kaylin Sutton.
Women in sports have a huge impact in the sports world and should never be overlooked.
Now let's take a closer look at what goes on behind the scenes with these college athletes. College campuses have made it their mission to pave the way for student athletes through their athletic department. Sideline reporter Jara Cozy tells us how Hampton University cares for its athletes.
Sports has shaped everyone's lifestyle since it was created. It has a significant role in the functioning of college campuses as well. Many college students pick their university based on their athletic department. The athletic department offers a variety of opportunities for student athletes. Hampton University prides itself on providing the best environment for its student athletes. Hampton University's athletic director, Eugene Marshall, explains how he keeps the athletic department functioning.
I consider my role in the athletic department as the coach of all coaches. I'm the head coach for the department. And what I do is I lead the day-to-day operations of the athletic department, which includes academic support, which includes marketing and promotions, facilities, equipment and operations, compliance and eligibility, administration, our budget and finance, and by the way, sports information, our athletic development through Hampton Nation, where we're trying to raise money to support the athletic programs. And by the way, 18 sports I oversee, from football to sailing.
Student athletes receive on-campus housing from Hampton University's athletic department for dorms such as Marshall, Wilder, and even Whitehall. Student athlete Kennedy Kinney described how she enjoys being an athlete for Hampton.
So I'm a junior, and ever since I've been here, like, the weight room has changed. There's new facilities. As far as our studying sessions, there's new computers. Another thing to mention is on-the-road tutoring. So they're really renovating Holland as well. They have our trophies up. So it just shows like they really do appreciate their athletes and just giving back to us as we get back to the school.
Aside from the accommodations students receive, Hampton also receives benefits from exceptional athletic performance. Each time a sports team participates in the MEAC tournament, the university receives revenue for their performance. So the better the team performs, the more money the school receives. Hampton's athletic department has only flourished since its start, and it continues to make a buzz around the community and the nation. For 440 Sideline Report, I'm Jira Cozy.
Hampton University continues to elevate its athletes each academic year.
After the break, we'll take a look at where it all began with the youth in sports.
And we'll get to hear who you all think will win the upcoming playoffs. Stay tuned.
When they test you, stand firm and move only when you hear the seatbelt click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Welcome back. Kids around the world dream of playing a professional sport, but to get there, they need to stay in school. 440 reporter Bakari Clements got a chance to check out a local middle school to see how they prepare for the future on and off the court.
For many children around the world, it is their dream to play a professional sport. For a lot of kids, basketball is their sport. One stop on the way to the top in basketball is middle school. At this stage in a basketball player's life, it is the time to learn about the game before getting closer to their ultimate goal.
Local middle schools make sure their students are diverse in the classroom and on the court.
Keyshawn Brevard is an 8th grader at Patches Middle School in Newport News, Virginia, and knows he has big shoes to fill on his team.
Being a leader, telling my friends to stay on the right path, just being a better person.
But also knows what is expected of him off the court.
My mom, she stays on me real hard about my grades.
Head coach of Patches Middle School's boys basketball team, Woodley Gauls, is behind Keyshawn and the rest of his teammates, pushing them towards success.
Well, it's a lot more teaching. High school, I get kids that are used to playing the game. I get kids that are used to the game of basketball, used to the terminology. Coaching middle school, you get a lot of raw talent. You got to be able to be a teacher, more of an instructor. So this is more like my classroom, but I love it because then it will give me that ability to translate it over whenever the high school year starts.
Head coach of Gildersleeve's Middle School boys basketball team, Maurice Horton, believes coaching young players is more than just running plays.
The respect for themselves, the respect for the game is the most thing that I teach. If you respect your situation and you have the energy, the good energy surrounding, positive energy surrounding, good things, the universe will work in your favor and good things will happen for you. It teaches the team aspect and takes, especially basketball, because it takes the focus off the individual, because it takes all 5 of the individuals on the court to work cohesively as a unit to get things done.
Of course, the ultimate goal is
to be the best, better than everybody else.
But the most important thing is...
That's the reason why it's called a student athlete, not an athlete student. Grades are important. I always tell that my motto is, let's use this thing called basketball to be able to get a free education. That's what I stress more importantly. Attitude, academics, attitude, and achievement. So if you find a smart basketball player, if you find a smart student, you're gonna find a smart basketball player.
Bakari Clemens, 440 News.
This year's NBA playoffs is an exciting one. Reporter Kayla Boone is here to give us a closer look on which team is going to take home the title at the NBA championships.
For true basketball fans, the best part of the year is here, playoff season. 16 NBA teams going head-to-head to chase the title of NBA champion. Thus far, the first round of the playoffs has been exciting. LeBron and his Cavaliers secured their spot in the second round, sweeping the Detroit Pistons 4-0. And the San Antonio Spurs did the same, sweeping the Memphis Grizzlies. Hampton University student Khalil Artis gives his prediction on which 2 teams are going to the NBA Finals.
Right now, I think it'll probably end up being a repeat of what it was last year, because I feel like the Cavs are getting stronger as the games are going, and I feel like LeBron's going to want to make another run in the finals to beat the Warriors, so I see it being the Warriors and Cavs again.
With the Golden State Warriors breaking the 95-96 Chicago Bulls record for most wins during the regular season with the record of 73-9, many people are anticipating them winning it all for the second time in a row. Hampton University student Kari Thompson gives his take on the difficulty of winning back-to-back championships.
It's really, really tough to repeat in the NBA, and it's just something about it. No matter how talented you are, at the end of the day, you got to step out and play that court, and the Warriors were really underrated this year. The Warriors got all the hype because they were the 73-win team, but the Spurs got 68. So they had one of the best years for one of the best franchises in all pro sports, and they're completely underrated. And I think they could totally sneak up on the Warriors and beat them even with Steph Curry.
Not only guys know about basketball, some ladies enjoy the sport too. Let's pass the rock to Aaliyah.
Many people don't think that Golden State can do it without Steph, but last night they proved that they could. Andrew Iguodala dropped 22. Clay had a nice amount of points. They all picked up the slack of Steph being out, so I really think that they can get to another championship.
Here at Hampton University, we see students have mixed feelings on which team is taking that shiny gold trophy home this year. I personally can't call it yet, but I'm sure it'll be a great fight to the finish. Kayla Boone, Jack, 440 News.
Wow, I really enjoyed that.
You know, I think I'm going to have to go with Steph and the Warriors taking the championship home this year. That's a wrap for today's Sideline Report.
And we remember, always keep it real with all things sports.
I'm Kayla Boone.
And I'm Jasmine Charles. Thanks for watching.